The world is a treasure trove of places, beings and things yet to be discovered. As I flew idly through the alien landscape, I wondered what treasures I'd find, hidden within the little nooks of the universe. As much as I'd enjoyed my time on Neuromancer 777 finding all the bases, I felt the time had come at last to branch out, to step outside the Shire. Having found all 16 glyphs, I found a portal and powered it up. As I powered up the mystical portal, I began daydreaming to myself what wonders lied on the other side. What strange alien encounters and civilizations would enrich my journey. Inputting the eldritch sequence of symbols, I lay waiting with bated breath. Having fell foul previously and being unable to locate a portal, this time I had the wherewithal to leave a teleporter. As I turned to face the portal, I took a deep breath and went inside. The planet I found myself in had a cold, icy atmosphere. And quite comically, as I turned around, I noticed my trusty ship Unfathomable had somehow managed to glitch into the portal. Well, in the words of Samuel Beckett, oh boy. Calling the ship to a safe spot, I thanked my lucky stars I had some spare navigation data. Ascending above the atmosphere, I quickly found my alien tourist destination. Arriving on the planet, I noticed just how gigantic and imposing the structure was. Bracing myself, I teleported to the surface. The planet's ring illuminating the sky with its beautiful silvery light. And there it was, like a steel finger reaching to the moon. Wanting to arrive in style, I called upon one of my most faithful of steeds. He hadn't had much chance to stretch his legs lately, but a quick sprint soon dusted away the cobwebs. What a good boy. There was a strange magical glow outside, and all of the ships coming to and fro gave the impression of a bustling market within. As I came up to the entrance, I noticed just how complex and beautiful the neon structure was. And I took a little while to soak in the atmos. There was so much to soak in, I just didn't know where to look next. I'd arrived at a literal neon wonderland. I ran down the tunnel like a giddy schoolboy, not knowing which way to turn next. The layout seemed so natural, and every corner led to a different layout of retro-futuristic architecture. Just look at the skyline here. How amazing and breathtakingly complex does this look? I also love the embers dancing in the light. Very chill. This was the main bazaar, and it's not an exaggeration to say that when I imagine an alien bazaar or marketplace, this is very close to what I envision. It almost reminds me of the cover art to a board game called Merchant of Venus. And these side alleys almost remind me of the walled city in Hong Kong, Kowloon. This little spot is perhaps one of the most beautiful places I've yet seen in No Man's Sky. Absolutely stunning. Running around these corners, it was so hard to get my bearings. this place is absolutely gigantic, and I eventually stumbled across this really cool railway. I wonder what they bought from here. Perhaps a little golden gecko statue for their loved one. It's just as much a vibe looking up as looking down in this place, and the way the creator had built into the procedurally generated structure with their own designs was absolutely seamless. These little market stalls are so kawaii. Here I found some more shops and an exosuit, a lonely alien barrister waiting to take some traveller's order. I think I'll oblige him. Wouldn't you just love to sit down outside a coffee shop, thousands and thousands of light years away on some alien planet? I love the use of these canopies. Cheers for the flat white, see you later mate. I love these trains. Over the tracks I spot a little shop, so I thought I'd have a little hop over and investigate. How cool is this? Must be quite spooky working here late at night. Upstairs they had these really beautiful round windows you could see the night sky through. Whee! Finding an autonomous mining unit. I thought I'd get a little bit of copper since I was running low. I love this market stall here. It's so quaint. All the little billboards on the corners are so brilliantly laid out. And look at this little cool holographic gecko taking orders with a golden traveller statue in the background. Nice to meet you, dude. Running back towards the bazaar, I thought I'd find out what lay beyond it. I absolutely love these middle walled features with plants and trees in. Very impressive stuff. Running down the back alley I found an armoury with a whole host of multi-tools. And I must have taken a left turn at Albuquerque because I just found myself completely lost on the outside of the structure. It didn't really matter because I wanted to get a good feel of the place. When in doubt, jetpack. It's not an exaggeration to say that I spent a few days looking around this structure. It's absolutely huge. I took a little moment to once again soak in the grandeur of this place, and as I did so, there was a pirate raid with a dogfight going on in the sky. So I ran and took shelter. Thought I'd stock up on some semiconductors. You never know when you may need some. I once again lost my bearings, so I just jetpacked my way out of there and arrived back in the marketplace. I extracted the copper that had been mined for me, thank you very much. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to check out the farming facilities. Not sure if whatever they're growing in here is completely legal, but very cool nonetheless. As I stepped outside for some fresh air, I noticed a really cool gecko billboard with a holographic gecko on the top. Very cute. Absolutely amazing building. Kind of reminds me of Cyberpunk 2077. Just taking another moment to look at this colossal structure. Yowzers. I love this sign outside and these blue trees. Those walkways remind me of skywalks in Japan. And these back alleys, once again, I'm reminded of the walled city in Kowloon. The walled city was a huge city within a city in the 80s in Kowloon, Hong Kong. And there are arcades in Japan that emulate the industrial sort of retro-futuristic feel of it. I love this shop here with all the statues in. Very cool. This place is absolutely amazing. All of these signs and banners. It's just so complex and it looks so natural. It wouldn't look out of place in a Blade Runner scenario or Akira. Look at these wonderful billboards here. Every nook and cranny is filled with information and features and cool, interesting things to see. It really is a feast for the eyes. As I took a little bit of time to soak in the atmosphere of the planet, I noticed the railway whimsically stretching into the distance, like some Studio Ghibli movie, as the strange, beautiful creatures flew in the sky, so tranquil. I ran down the back alleys frantically, trying to get in as much of the place as I could, when I stumbled across a treasure. I couldn't believe my luck getting a Korvax casing. I returned back to this little marketplace, come railway, as I'd become quite attached to it. I love the blue grass growing through the rails, a little detail I couldn't see at night. And I thought I'd travel down the bazaar one last time to try and look at all the little shops. This is inside the little holographic Gex shop. Very neat. And going over to the other side, it sort of gave me Cafe Nero vibes. This central arc entrance to the bazaar is so cool. I'm really glad I got the opportunity to see this place. And as I ran down the side of the shops, I noticed all of the little details that I missed before. Look at this little Gex Revolution poster. I love how varied all the shops are. They all look different but somehow have their own little personality, but belong as a coherent whole. Hello fella, I've come to sample your wares. Carrying on in my exploration, I stumbled across a really unusual shop selling ancient dinosaur fossils. I love the shop front of this. I wonder what's inside. I imagine some alien bar where some weary travellers are drinking away their woes whilst recounting tales of quests they've been on or trinkets they've discovered. The use of stone and aluminium to create these places is just so awesome. The lack of people wandering around gives it an eerie sort of vibe, almost like a dead mall. Just before I go, I thought I'd have one last cup of coffee in my favourite coffee bar, served by the Slimer looking alien. Relaxation. I love the little insect tank. Nice touch. Looking out at the alien sky, I wondered to myself, how would it feel to be a traveller, to visit so many wonderful places? Would it be lonely, not sharing it with anyone else? Or would there be some kindred alien spirit out there that understood? Would staring into an interdimensional being's eyes bring deep understanding and empathy? Perhaps some aliens feel empathy more, some less, or emotions that we can't even comprehend. I wonder if the concept of love would scare them. But one of the wonderful things about this game is that we get to experience this, something that's outside the grasp of our lifetime. And the fact that we're living digitally rather than organically is perhaps not the vast chasm of experience that we're led to believe. I don't believe we're living in a simulation, but if we are, perhaps through designing these strange alien structures we can get an insight into the minds of those higher beings. But more importantly, it's all of the creativity and the beauty that's injected into the world through the creativity and the dreams of human beings. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I really do enjoy making these, and If it can give you a little bit of respite in this crazy world, a little bit of quiet from the noise, then it'll all have been worth it. Thanks for joining me on this alien journey, and I hope to see you soon.